In a small town, there was a farm with the most beautiful flower garden. It was the garden Patrice's grandmother planted many years before. When Patrice was younger, she had a dream to study botany. She loved plants and aspired to be an expert on them. But because she believed she wasn't intelligent enough, she frequently felt discouraged. She loved the roses the most out of all the shades of flowers in it. Like her brother Theo used to often say, they were strong, but also sensitive. All her life, Theo had told her that life was like a rose, full of thorns, but beautiful nonetheless, and you had to keep growing through them. One day, Patrice seemed sad. She just failed a science test. Tears filled her eyes as she sat in the yard, gazing at a rose bush. Theo saw her and plucked a rose, then sat beside her. He urged her to keep going by telling her his favorite proverb about flowers. After hearing her brother's words, Patrice decided to keep going since they offered her some hope. She pushed herself to study more and asked Theo for help with her homework. Theo was nice and provided her with a reasonable explanation. Patrice eventually learned more about science and plants. One afternoon, as they were working in the garden, Patrice saw a rose shrub that was not doing well. The leaves were withering and the flowers were fading. Theo studied the shrub and suggested that it needed more water, sunshine, and a little fertilizer. Patrice nodded and got to work, trying to save the rose bush. She watered it carefully, made sure it had enough light, and added fertilizer to the soil. Every day she checked on it and gave it the attention it needed. Slowly, the rose bush grew. Its leaves became green again, and new buds began to appear. Patrice recognized she was similar to the rose bush as she watched it thrive. She simply needed to keep trying and give herself the care and attention she needed. She became more confident in her talents. Patrice's academic performance improved over the course of many weeks. She passed her next science test with flying colors and even began assisting her classmates with their homework. She spent more time in the garden, learning about the various plants and how to take care of them. Every day, she felt more like a true botanist. Theo, who was the proudest, told her that she was like a rose. No matter how many thorns she encountered, she kept growing and reaching for the sun. She was strong and beautiful. She just needed to believe in herself. And with each passing day, she moved closer to her dream of becoming a botanist, knowing that she was strong and capable, thorns and all.